Another interesting misconception about differentiation is that it's an extra thing you do. Kind of funny thing in that regard, I used to have teachers say to me, you know, I really understand about differentiation. I honestly can see that it makes sense. And I try really hard to differentiate on Friday if we can finish everything else. In recent years, that has gone by the board, and now what I hear is, you know, my students really do seem to do better when I differentiate. They actually seem to be happier, and so I try really hard to differentiate every year as soon as the standards test is over. Differentiation is not extra teaching, it's good teaching, and it should take place in our classrooms consistently, all day, every day, not meaning you differentiate every moment, but you're thinking about students and their needs all the time. If you look at the professional documents we have in education, those that focus on the education of young learners, NIAC, really say to us, kids should not be expected to adapt to us. Teachers should adapt to the kids. When you look at the documents of the National Middle School Association, they make it very clear this is perhaps the most diverse time in schooling. And if we teach those kids as though they're alike, we simply can't win the day. If you look at things like breaking ranks from high school and high school reform, if you look at the writings of some of the people who know us best at the high school level and have invested rich careers looking at high schools, at the core of everything they say is we have to see kids as individuals. Schools have to personalize instructions. Classrooms have to differentiate instruction. It's not something that we would do when we finish normal teaching. It's what we should be doing all the time. And so that sense of differentiation as an extra suggests that we perhaps don't understand what those who know us best suggest we probably need to be thinking about, and that we aren't really quite understanding that what differentiation is a way to grow expert teachers. An expert is someone who has a great deal of knowledge in an organized way, who observes very accurately and purposefully in conditions around them, and then brings that knowledge to bear in unique ways to solve particular problems. And that's really a good description of teaching. Every day, I'm learning more and more about the classroom. I'm developing more and more strategies to teach. I'm getting to be a better and better observer of my students. As I see their needs, I'm better and better able to draw on that knowledge and use those tools in service of them. And if we truly were able to help all teachers learn to differentiate really effectively, and by that I mean with a research-based model that is solid and consistent and coherent, we'd be growing expert teachers, which would be a pretty cool thing.